the question. To answer this question, some amount of reading would be needed. A person should have read some book and some knowledge about the management. Let's see how it comes up. Uh-huh. Let's give a few more seconds to get the right answers from everyone. Okay. Let's go to the answer here. I'm seeing answers, majority of goes with alphabet C. And also I'm getting B. Two answers are here. So with this, I can say that elimination has happened already by the people. People have eliminated A. People have eliminated D. These two has been eliminated already. Before we come to the question answers, let's go to the question. You are setting up a PMO in a manufacturing plant and advocating standardized project management on all internal organizational projects. Okay, now you're setting up a PMO. You, in the target you, could be you as a manager or senior manager, something you're doing there. And they're setting up a new process in place. When I say you, someone is, human being is here, and you're setting up the process. Very good. Due to the nature of the business, the staff is well aware of a quality management process. Staffs are available of quality management process. Very good, quality management. But not aware of scope management process. Now the question is going like this. One set of people are pretty aware of what to do in quality management process. When they say quality management, could be setting up the standards, checking it, and verifying and coming up with an answers. These are very clear. But when it comes to scope management, they are not much clear. Now the question is moving forward, which of the following best describes? Now what happened is the whole question stops here. And your actual question starts here. Now, in our bullet points, 5 bullet points, how to read a question, I would have said that read the last line of the question carefully. If you read the last line of the question a little more carefully, you would have observed they're saying that what validate scope means. The whole question is what does validate scope means? Then this doesn't make sense. What are they given here? Yeah, maybe it gives some idea, but not really going to help you here because the main question is only in the last line. Is this true? If anyone observed it, is this true? Only the last line has a question.
Yes.
It can be a distraction as well.
Distraction, or they're just giving in time to think of it.
Just a lengthy question. That's it.
Lengthy question, right? Is this possible? Such kind of questions also can come.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Possible, right? They can throw something on you and you have to read all the way and finally they'll ask something else. Then you can think like this, or you can even ask me. So Shri, in main exam, if I read only the last line, can I answer? Yeah, you can. If someone else is paying your exam fee, then you can try that. Huh? You are paying your money, I don't think you'll try it. Okay. Okay, now the question is validate process. But this question you cannot answer by your general knowledge. The previous question, some of you can try on philosophy, agile way of working, something you understand, yeah, chances are you can try it. But here, you cannot answer by your general knowledge. You should have some knowledge on PMI. You should have run through some book content also. Is this true? Only a person who run through the book content can answer this question a bit better. Let's come here. Since A is ignored or D is ignored, I will not spend too much time there. Let's go with the B and C. Let's start with the B. I have few people B and some of them going to the C. Let's start the B. B says controlling changes to the scope of the project. People who went to the B, what is your thought? Why you thought B is a good answer for this validate scope?
Because
Why I
he,
thought, so yeah, go on, please.
yeah, because he mostly shows the end of the closure of the project, that is obtaining stakeholder formal acceptance and project deliverables. So that was more pointing toward the closure. So, and B also shows the changes that was coming due to the setting up of a new PMO. So I chose the B.
This looks more of closing the project. That's what you're feeling.
Yeah, closure of the project.
Closure project. Whereas this one is controlling changes to the scope of the project. By the way, the word controlling, do you think it's a right term in management? When you say controlling, is it something we are organizing? That's what you feel? Okay, let me listen to another person also. Someone else also want to speak for B. Why you thought B is a good answer?
Why I felt is, Shri, by doing the B, I mean, by executing the B option, I thought we could avoid scope creep.
Scope creep can be avoided. Okay.
That's why I felt B would be the best option.
When you say validate scope, it is something avoiding the scope creep. Okay.
Yeah.
Creep. Creep is deviating from the work. That should be
Right.
avoided.
Yeah.
Okay. I get this point. Okay. Nice. Then what to do is I'll jump to C. Is anyone here to talk for C? Why you thought C is a good answer?
Vipin here.
Yeah, Vipin.
At the end of every stage, the deliverable needs to be first internally quality checked within our team, and only then we need to go to the customer for the formal acceptance. B is not correct here because B is part of the control and monitoring stage, whereas I would say C is part of the execution stage. At the end of each deliverable, you ensure you present it to the customer and get their acceptance, and then move on to the next deliverable. So I prefer C over B here.
Okay.
And this is also the correct definition of validate scope. And before validating scope, in an ideal scenario, we will do the internal quality check, which is actually D.
Okay. Got you the point. I think one point you mentioned, validate scope happens in execution. Okay. I'll show some more information on that part. Okay. We heard B and C, both argument. Now let me show the right answer. Oof, really? C is a good answer? Why not B? If still people feel why not B, then let's go to the little more information. Take a minute to observe this picture. In a well-planned project, it could be even Agile also, but let's be more on a planned project. In a planned project, when the plan is there, the execution starts happening. When the execution starts happening, there is an outcome. What is outcome? The outcome is going to be deliverable. I can take this deliverable, make a phone call to my customer, ask this customer to come and pick it up. This is possible. But my customer will question me back, did you test it in your product? Could be anything. The first question me, did you check? Did you verify it? So I should say, oh, yeah, I should do this. Then what I do is I will call my internal quality team, my quality team in the company. And they will verify the deliverable. Against what they will verify? Against the plan what we made in the beginning. In the plan, we had certain details on the requirement. We also had some details on quality parameters, what should be there. What is a quality parameter? A quality parameter could be Six Sigma standards. Just an example. Now, that should be verified even before I go to the customer. Okay, this is what I think Vipin was talking. Verifying it means checking with the customer, and then they give quality passed. Now let's go to the main point of the question. The question was asking about validate scope. For some of us, this term would be a new term for us. In the PMI book, when you read, in scope management, under monitoring the project, you get this topic called validate scope. In validate scope, what we do is, we actually now expose our work with the customer. Now, the customer is going to check it. And this is also sometimes called as UAT. UAT stands for?
User acceptance test.
User acceptance testing. And in this place, they accept the deliverable. or they reject the deliverable, saying that this is not meeting what we want. It can go back. But the message here is 2 stages of testing happens. One is at your place, your customer quality team, and happens at customer place called validate scope. But definitely this term is new for some of us. You can refer or read it in a RETA 11 or a PMBOK book where we talk scope management. In scope management, they explain when a work is getting completed, after quality check in your organization, then it moves to the customer. Customer validate the requirement, what they gave and what we have delivered. They compare it. And when they gave a requirement, they gave something called acceptance criteria. If you remember, there is a term called acceptance criteria. They will check against acceptance criteria. Is it matching? If everything is matching, yes, we take it. If something is not matching, then we have to go back and fix it or do the work. Whereas a scope creep and goal plating, that's a different section. Let me not put that here. It will confuse you. So leave it that part. Let's keep validate scope is a place where we check the deliverable. You got that? Aha.